Hello and welcome to. I'm Emily Phelps from Castanet Realty Group. Welcome to this edition of the Best Businesses of Central Massachusetts. I'm here with Jean Geardy from Red Light Therapy for You. So why don't you just give us the location of the Red Light Therapy?
Yeah, we're
location?
located in Northborough at 37 Pierce Street. And we've been there for about 6 months. We just expanded the business. So we moved from a smaller spot in Northborough to a larger spot with 2 red light therapy rooms now. So in a massage room. So
amazing. And I actually visited her office and her studio. It's so great. But let's get into a little bit about what Red Light Therapy is, and why don't you tell us how you started your business?
Yeah, sure. So back in 2021, I had an injury. I injured my shoulder. Mm-hmm. It froze up on me. I couldn't move it, and I was looking for pain relief. So I did the PT, which I just couldn't move my arm, so I really wasn't able to do the PT exercises. Mm-hmm. And I did the cortisone shots, and nothing was helping. Couldn't sleep, couldn't turn. I listened to a health and wellness podcast about red light therapy and read some articles on it, and I was like, where can I find that? Because when you're in pain, you kind of do whatever it takes. You're always seeking out alternative therapies for a lot of people if the conventional stuff isn't working.
Great, quality of life.
Yeah, so I was, and I'm holistic. My background is I was an operations manager for a massage franchise for 8 years and just really loved alternative therapies. So I was looking around here, there was nothing. So I went to Boston, was the closest. There was one in Newton, but then one in downtown Boston. It was a med spa. So I went in twice a week for 7 weeks, specifically for a full body experience, because that's what I read about and was listening to.
Yeah.
Could not believe it. It wasn't instantaneous, but after 4 or 5 sessions, I could not believe how much relief I got with the inflammation in my arm.
Great.
So I was able to start doing the PT exercises and really help with the pain. But as I drove home, every time I left the red light therapy spa, I could not believe how calm I was. I was just very, I felt like I had a massage. And I was like, this is crazy. Why do I feel so calm? It was wonderful. And then I also, my hair started growing back, postmenopausal. My skin started to look better, and I slept, which a lot of people can relate to that. As we age, we don't sleep that well.
Right.
So I was in between corporate jobs. I just left my very busy corporate job, and I was thinking about what should I do next. And the thought of going back to corporate America was just so stressful for me.
Yeah.
And I just said, what if I really started small? I knew how to run a business, but of course I didn't want to invest in a franchise, hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I just thought, what if I started really small in this area? Because I raised my children in Shrewsbury, and I thought, this would be a good opportunity to help others in this area. I just wanted to help others.
Well, right. Now you were starting working on yourself from the inside out. Now you have to work on your environment. So how are you going to change it up?
Yeah, people need to know about this therapy. It was just so incredible for me and my friends. And I sent my family in, and I sent, everyone was going into Boston for red light therapy because we just loved it.
Right.
And most people have heard about red light for skin.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. It really, really can help with skin conditions and, obviously hair growth and wound healing and scar healing.
You said pain.
Yeah, but the near infrared. So there's both red light and then there's near, I know I'm getting ahead of myself.
No, it's okay.
There's red light and then there's near infrared light. So red light penetrates about 1/2 inch through your skin.
Is that what I did when I was there?
You did both.
I did both.
Yeah, because I offer both all the time because they're a wonderful complement to each other.
Yeah.
Near infrared goes deeper into muscle, tissue, bone, nerve. And that's where I found the relief with my shoulder because it increased the blood flow and circulation to the area, which helps to reduce the inflammation and pain.
Yeah.
And so I started a really small business. In fact, I remember calling Andrea. I had followed her on Facebook, and I thought she was incredible. I have to say, during COVID, and it was just remarkable. So I said to her, hey, can you come down and I just want to introduce you to this business and introduce you to this therapy and see if you know of anyone that might be interested. And she was just great. I mean, she was wonderful, and I so appreciate it. I'll never forget that because that was really the start of my business.
Mhm.
My biggest challenge with the business was brand awareness. People did not know about red light therapy.
Mhm.
So when I first started, I, people weren't Googling red light therapy, so I had to get out there. I had to get out into the community. But I did hire, and spent a lot of money on marketing companies, which really did not understand my business. So
Okay.
I kind of like learned that lesson.
Try different ways.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
get your
yeah,
name out
exactly.
there, but yeah.
So, but getting out into the community was my best bet, and
Yeah.
and
Meeting
it just
people and
yeah.
getting word of mouth.
oh yeah, just
Yeah.
having them come in and say, hey, try this out. Do you know of anyone that might be interested or is in pain? Is not necessarily just pain, needs help with stress and anxiety. It's
Yeah.
remarkable how great it is for stress. It just calms your central nervous system down. We're always in sort of a fight or flight, sympathetic, nervous system
Very
state.
true.
It's bringing your body back to rest and digest into a parasympathetic state so that you can feel better. And but the biggest thing with red and near infrared light, particularly near infrared, is that it helps your mitochondria. And if you're not familiar with your mitochondria, it is your cell energy. It's the battery inside of your cells that
Mhm.
keeps you healthy. So what it does is it gives your mitochondria, your cells, oxygen, right, to heal and repair so that your cells become healthier, so you're less apt to have chronic disease,
Mhm.
and it's more of a longevity issue. You'll notice if you're into health and wellness that mitochondria health is the big buzzword right now because they're finding that it's really what can keep you living a healthy life. And it's about our health span, not necessarily our lifespan, but how healthy can we stay as we
Yeah.
age,
We
So
want that. So we enjoy
yeah.
life and make the best of it.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so when people come in, I love to educate them. Of course, sometimes I probably educate them a little.
You can't be
I just want to
educated
get the
enough.
light. But I want them to know that not only are you helping with, your hair growth if you're coming in for that, or your skin health, but you're helping your mitochondria. And red light therapy has been shown to be a very effective and very, very safe form of light energy.
Well, we all need sunlight, and in the
Mhm.
winter months, we talked about this. Like there can be depression,
Mhm.
or you're inside more, or you're cold,
Yep.
and we need that sunlight, that vitamin D, or any nutrients that we get from being outside
Mhm.
to be happier, right?
Absolutely.
And feel
we
good.
need light. And
Yeah.
we live in the Northeast
Right.
where, the days were shorter in the winter.
Right. 3 o'clock.
We just don't get out because we're more
Yeah.
sedentary, we're more indoors. So even in the summer, we're not out there every single day, although the summer's much better.
Yeah.
But it's the light that our bodies need to survive. And near red and near infrared light is a different wavelength of energy. It's a slower wavelength. So it's very, there's no UV rays, so you're not getting any, it's a very healing form of light energy to the human body. So it mimics like the sun rising in the morning and the sun setting in the afternoon. It's that red light that comes up with the sun in the morning. So when you think about that, you just, you think about red and near infrared light. But it's just a very healing form of light for the human body.
Well, when I did it, when I came in, I felt great afterwards. When I left, I felt rejuvenated. It was December. Was it early December? And I just felt like I began the day. Like you feel better. You are more energized. You feel happier.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very calming environment. When I went there, it was, you have the soft music playing. It's such a pretty place to be. You feel calm immediately.
Yeah.
And you just have a very calm demeanor anyways, where you were so comfortable. And it's just a beautiful place. So how often do you think people should be doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Like when they start
So
out?
I always say initially, because we do the full body red light, and then we also do some targeted work. We can do table work. I have a red light panel that goes over a table. So if you come in and say, Jean, I can't, or you couldn't physically stand for some reason, you could go on the table and get the red and near infrared light. Of course, it wouldn't be a full body, but you're getting like targeted treatment on your knee or your ankle or your shoulder. But the full body, I always recommend initially coming in twice a week. And keeping in mind that it's a very short treatment. So you're starting out at like 14 minutes, and then you really find your sweet spot between 15 and 20. Not everyone goes to 20, A lot of people love it at 20. They feel amazing. Some people feel better at 15. It's just the way your body is absorbing the light, and it's a lot of light. I mean, it's a very high radiance level, so it's very powerful, and you want to make sure that you're really getting the full benefit of the light.
And what do you find most rewarding about going into this business now that you've started it and it's successful and you're helping people? Like, what do you find the most rewarding?
What's so interesting, and I guess this is for any startup business, is you're like, is this going to work? And especially something so new. But I just felt it was such a great flow for me. I just felt like this is it. This is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And I always felt like, how do you help and serve others, while having a hopefully a successful business? And it's all about that, right? It's all about giving. It's all about. So I just put my head down. I just, I knew that if I could get enough people to come in and try it, that they would really like it. And what I've noticed over the past 2.5 years is that people stay. Like, they're coming in for a particular reason, but they stay for the longevity benefits of Red and Near Infrared, which I find amazing, because they understand like that it's helping your body to age better.
Wonderful, wonderful. No, it's a great experience, and we'll include all of Jean's information. Anything you need to reach out to her. I have a video too that I'll show you of the table where you can do this specific areas to treat. And when I was in the booth getting my full treatment. So Jean, thank you so much for coming here today and telling us about this.
I'm so excited. Come on in. First session is complimentary, just to learn more about it, and would love to see everyone.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we will give all of Jean's information below. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.